Kai, Dane Bwala.
Tinubu at the time made a very direct promise.
Right.
If I don't give you constant electricity in 4 years, don't vote for me when I come back for a second term. Nearly 4 years on, has he delivered on that promise?
Nigerians will vote when the time comes, and I'm coming.
I'm asking you a straightforward question. It's not a matter of whether Nigerians will vote or not. Very straightforward. If I don't give you constant electricity, in fact, hold on a second. Can we just hear that clip, please?
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me.
What's your reaction to that?
He hasn't come for second term yet.
Guy! Dane Bwala don't finish me. Guy! You see excuse. He excuse say President Tinubu never come for second. Who be this man? Hey guy, you guys, you go take lie. Your life go there on a lying default. Anything within they ask you now, the first thing where you go process now, lie where you go lie. You see, as they first ask him before, he start to defend. Nigeria will be the one to vote. They tell us, say, no, calm down. And they ask you direct question. This is what the president said. Has he delivered or has he failed? They play video, give him. As they play that video, give him. Another place, he no say he don't finish. But due to say me lying machine. LM. He guys wear the garment of lies. In response, I say, President, guy. I no go shock. If you ask Dane Bwala in name now, if you know, remember, say, na direct question, na something something that he can answer straight. If he begin to find the way to lie. What is your name? You see, my name, you cannot ask me my name. When you talk about name, what is name? You see, in first, this thing now, lie. Dane Bwala, live lie. Mamma mia.
A militia. Tinubu is one of the foremost politicians in Nigerian history.
Tinubu and his people created a
democracy.
militia. Who said those words, Daniel?
Tinubu has helped in strengthening democracy in
Tinubu
Nigeria.
and his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those words?
Tinubu brought in leadership
skills
into governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias.
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of All Progressives Congress, Bwala Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we are seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
I myself have received threats from him and his camp. Your words.
I never said that.
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp.
You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, Tinubu's win, you said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
And legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. That part is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
Tinubu is not just super rich. It's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. point, did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time.
I never
2023, February.
But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 2022, 2023. Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want to put it on record, on my own honor. That's not what I said.
What level of direct communication can you tell us is taking place right now between the Tinubu administration and the White House? Because we recall that you put out a tweet some time ago where you said, or you claimed, that President Tinubu and Mr. Trump were going to meet.
Right.
Whatever happened to that?
Right. So I said, hopefully, they are going to meet either in the White House or in the State House. Now,
well, that doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
But it will still happen. There's no timeline to it. It can happen anytime. But the point I'm saying is, as per
well,
the
you did say at the time that they were going to meet in the next couple of days or so.
And what does that mean?
That was the impression. Couple of days means 2 days.
No.
That's literally what
okay,
couple...
maybe you are English, I'm a Nigerian. That's not...
Yeah, but even if couple of days goes beyond 2 days, the expectation is that it is going to be within a very reasonable period
and we're
time.
still within the time of reasonability.
Your definition of time.
But let me, everybody's subject to interpretation. But let me escalate that further. I get asked, Reuters have asked me, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal.
So basically there is no meeting that is imminent at the moment.
Wall Street Journal
right?
and some of these other organizations have asked whether we have a direct contact, whether we have a specific date. And I told them that in diplomacy, protocol is key. When you're building on something, it is important that it be preserved and protected. We can never be moved to a point where we tell you the stage we're at.
No, but when you say protocol, what are you talking about? You don't even have an ambassador in Washington. So what kind of protocol?
So you don't have to have an ambassador.
No, I know, but what is the protocol that you're talking about that you're following? Because we're not. I mean, we've got
the protocol. I'm
we
talking
have people
about,
in that we know people.
Right.
Arise even has a correspondent who's very close to them.
What did she
who's
say?
Very close. I'm not talking about her necessarily.
Who else then?
There are people behind the scenes. Okay. Who are also very close to the White House, and there's been no indication whatsoever
So
of any direct communication between Aso Rock and the White House.
And we cannot be cowed or pushed to the point of revealing the stage we are at in this discussion, because in diplomacy there must be respect.
Is the administration suffering from a perception problem or a performance problem?
It has more to do with the perception problem, but even the perception is shaped by social media as regards the fundamentals on ground, right? Because in social media, you can never defeat the obedience. I mean, there seem to be numerous, countless Trojans there. But it has been proven that social media is not a true reflection of reality. Now, but they have been here. You've interviewed them. You have asked them questions on facts and figures and fundamentals. They have not been able to successfully debunk our claim, not to talk of advance their cost. So, for example, they don't know. There are two sides to the issue. The fact that Nigerians are angry, if at all they are, with the president or the government, is not a sufficient proof that Nigerians will vote them. Because to vote you on what basis? That they are angry with us or that you have a better alternative. They have not been able till today, I pause, to be able to express that better alternative that they have. And with respect to my former boss, you even asked him the question about his strategy. And he said, why will I sit here and talk about my strategy? I have had similar things from Peter Obi too. When you asked him security question, he said he keeps security to his chest. Do you have to? You see, discussing a strategy and implementation, point of action, are two different things. We are talking about your vision for Nigeria, your goal for Nigeria. Why you believe that this path President Tinubu is leading is not the path that is expected of Nigeria. But let me jump to Peter Obi. He said they were going to remove subsidy. And they did remove, as if he did not say he was going to remove subsidy. As if Alhaji Atiku Abubakar didn't say he was going to remove subsidy. But I don't want to say that Peter Obi was not in Nigeria. But he asked, Where is the proceeds of the subsidy? So I'm here to answer him correctly, succinctly, and carefully. Anambra, where he hails from, the governor has enjoyed increased revenue. That is why the governor has taken care of the medical environment in Anambra, that they didn't have to go on strike like they did when Peter Obi was the governor. If you look at the infrastructure in Anambra now, it's much more better than when Peter Obi was in power. Why? Because that governor enjoyed increased revenue, and that revenue is a product, a byproduct of the fuel subsidy that we removed. Now, the governor is also paying salaries and is not deferring. That is because of the policy of President Tinubu. But we go beyond that to look at infrastructure all across Nigeria, including Anambra, where he comes from. That is where the money is. I believe he may not be aware of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. It is the proceed. What about 1 million Nigerians who ordinarily would not have had the opportunity to go to